Trump talking 1929 depression.
For the U.S., these are the highest tariffs we've had since the Great Depression. And those tariffs cut world trade by about 2/3.
Does he believe that the courts are going to step in here and stop these tariffs?
And Donald Trump wants to change how the once-a-decade census collects data. In a true, people who are in our country illegally will not be counted.
In the fire, the orange guy is going wild. He's pulling no stops, whatever that means. We're talking Great Depression. We're talking courts, economy. Trump warns of another Great Depression if court. Bravo has ADHD. Don't ever expect me to read anything completely. I cannot do it. Actually, when I read books, I just go to the end. I'm like, oh, that was, so that's how it ended. Not just that, not just this weekend. We got Monday. Trump promises. Monday press conference, White House will essentially stop violent crime in. We will get to that in a second. This is what's happening right now. Look at this. Trump's census bombshell. I mean, it's only fair, right? 42 seats while we're in a depression, but your crime is going down. CNN is losing their mind. A pushback this guy actually got. You could say anything, CNN. So the sky's blue. Are you sure? Donald Trump is orange. Okay, well, that's been confirmed. But listen to the debate. It's a quick one. I know, your time is important.
Decide congressional maps.
Right.
Does this have everything to do with redistricting?
Well, it does. In fact, we know the 2020 census, the errors were almost always to the detriment of red states. Blue states like Rhode Island.
Do we know that?
We do know that. The Census Bureau.
Let me just pause it right there. If you are not politically an aficionado or whatever it is, If you're red, you're Republican. If you're blue, you're Democrat. I know these are actually things I don't want you to focus on, but it's a big deal, kind of, maybe. Not so much if you want your digits to go up. Also, I'll go over that in a moment. But did you notice the pushback right away? Oh, come on. Did we really just open up all the borders and just flood countries with migrants? Can you prove that? You really prove that Canada has an agenda here, or are you just being racist? Well, I see the writing on the wall there. Now back to CNN.
Blue states like Rhode Island.
Do we know that?
We do know that. The Census Bureau's own audit of its work has proven that. Blue states like Rhode Island were overcounted. Rhode Island then didn't lose a seat. Red states like Alabama were undercounted. Listen, this is just a fact. It wasn't all red-blue, but it was disproportionately red-blue.
There you have it. That's the bombshell. It's coming down. 42. That's going to be crazy. These next elections. You're like, there was this party, the Democrats. Again, Republican, Democrat, Independent. Me don't care. Did your digits go up? Now, the things that I do care about is when my digits go up, do I get to keep all of them? Rumor has it there's going to be a new sheriff in town. Maybe we're going to see the abolish the IRS. So for those of you that get frustrated when I stop halfway in sentences and I don't finish things, and I also don't read instructions, please do not invite me over to put up anything IKEA. Unless it's as simple as one thing. It's like exercising a baby. Yes. No. All right, gentlemen, we can do these kind of directions. Instructions. Drying a baby. There we go. Yes. Time is limited. That's a no. Raising 6 daughters, walking a baby. This is good. This is not good, and I would probably do something like that. Also, call the CPS. My kids loved, going in, I want to go in the trunk. Sure, okay. The frunk of the Ferrari, it gets a little hot in there. You okay? I'm fine. Coming in from the orange guy, we got new census order. Now, some people will be like, oh, it's every 10 years. You can't do that. Trump announces immediate work on new census excluding illegal immigrants, and there is constitutional authority on that one. Oh, illegal. Oh. So you're not legal. It kind of makes sense unless, you're trying to flood your country with, people that'll vote for you. Give them lots of stuff to vote for you. And you stay in control. It's all about a control thing. You get to live in the nice houses, lots of them. Gavin Newsom, drive the fancy cars, have a plethora of women. That's Republican, Democrat. They're like, which one? This constitutional authority, census required, quote, within 10 years. Does not actually have to be every 10 years. Getting back to that whole California could lose 5 seats. Does that mean there's a possibility I might go back to California? The big picture in all this is you're going to see a transfer of power. And the people and the elites and the people that pull the strings and put the people in and they want certain things, They don't want this. So this could actually, you lose 42 on the Dems and you gain 42 on the Republicans. Miller just came out and said, quote, 20 to 30 House Democrat seats wouldn't exist but for illegal aliens. Prove it.
Democrats rigged the 2020 census by including illegal aliens. Remember, they sued Donald Trump. They sued the administration. They fought tooth and nail to include illegal aliens in the census. 20 to 30 of House Democrat seats wouldn't exist but for illegal aliens. Texas is taking just a small corrective step against this ocean of fraud, this ocean of abuse by the corrupt Democrat Party.
All right, so big picture is all fair in love and war and politics. And I need to tell you this, Trump warns of another Great Depression if court strikes down tariff or big beautiful bill, or you're right, because then we won't be in a Great Depression. Or as he says, quote, if a radical left court ruled against us at this late date in any attempt to bring down or disturb the large amount of money, wealth creation, influence, gotta love that, U.S. have ever seen, as we're bringing in dollars, but we're tacking on trillions. See, what's happening right now, it'd be like if you have kids and you're really struggling. You know, you lose your job, like most people right now, and you're struggling. Everyone's like, oh, you're fine. We're in a huge economy. And your kids, you know, pony up a couple bucks, put it on the table, and they're like, Dad, we got it. Worked a lemonade stand. This should cover it. It ain't covering it. It's like the Doge fiasco. Oh, look at all this money we've uncovered in fraud, waste, abuse. And then everyone went to jail. Ever since the Doge, this number just keeps going down. 37 trillion, 36, 35, and your taxes keep going down. I know a lot of you guys are like, no, Bravo, you got to give it time. I know. I told you. Here, this is at the end of his administration. 47 trillion, and now you owe 382,000, and you're still broke. But they will tell you everything's great. Look at the stock market. 62% of Gen Zs have zero. And 100% of boomers went around the monopoly board and collected everything. Then they say, come on, kids, pull it up by the bootstraps. And then the kids are like, what are bootstraps? See, when I was a kid, I'd mow lawns, and then that would cover the rent. Then I had a paper route, and I saved up enough money to buy a new home. And boomers say, go out and get another job. Well, every job I go to, it's like, I can't get them. I can't get them anymore. And my store closed. Actually, store closures on track far exceed 2024 levels. Wait for it. Just keeps going. They keep telling you it's so strong. Visa stock goes up, and it's because everyone's putting it on the credit card. This is not good. Young Americans drowning in credit card debt. Delinquency rates climb. Look at the student loans. We currently are under alert conditions, 13% delinquent. Now these kids are stuck between, should I be a nationalist or a communist? Like the separation, the left is going so far left. Did you notice over the last few years? And then the right, like, oh, you think you can go left? Watch how far right we can go. I'm going to kind of go with that's not too healthy. And then you have social media, which just basically provides just propaganda that you want to hear. It's an echo chamber of like, same things. Yep. Everyone thinks this way. That's how they all make money, because they keep you on the platform. You buy their stuff, the ads, and whatnot. I come here providing maybe a different perspective, because I listen to everything and I'm like, okay, it's balanced. It's just not one side. I know you guys are all completely tapped out. You've never seen this before besides when they locked you down. This line is spending. It's negative. I don't know how you negative spend, but I guess you did when they locked you down. And that was it. You haven't seen that since, ta-da, right here, the GFC. And we is there. But this time it's a little bit different. This time it comes with stagflation, which no one is fixing that. I don't care even if you have rate cuts. The game's over. Now you're going to see things like jobs gone. Sorry, Canada. And a lot of articles like U.S. consumer spending is rapidly declining. Well, I just showed you that. Yes, Bravo, then why is my DoorDash stock going up so much? I think they're okay. I don't know, Dave. Maybe they're just, they're at home and they're at home and they're depressed. Every time I say, oh, look at it, their stock's down today. Gee whiz, I wonder if the charts would have predicted it. Purple pullback. You guys might want to swing trade this one. God, just little pullback. So here's your 789 purple. Here we go. Put that on your watch list, even though I have watch lists if you want. Links in the description. My watch list bring the milkshakes to the yard. Bring boys to, but I don't want to bring boys to the, this is not Epstein Island. And also, if you want to make your digits go up, link in the description step by step. If you don't know what I'm showing you, do a course that has like probably 100 videos. And look at this. It says easy AI included. Every day I send out emails to 10 people. So 10 people yesterday, 10 people today, and we let you guys in. And look, it trades my strategies. Told the dev team, give me 13 of the strategies that I've been trading. Okay, boss. I go, I need the longs and the short. Don't like cherry pick. So everyone will look at this. All of them are green. That is crazy. There's not a negative in there. I'm like, come on, just give me one negative. My pinky promise, best college, university course, whatever you want to call it, you'll ever take in your entire life. Trading on autopilot, step by step for lazy traders. It's $2.99 and it's not $3.99. And I give you my bear market course for free while I'm filming the videos. While Donald Trump is talking about wealth creation in the stock market, actually, look at this. Stock market, almost, here, I'll highlight it for you. We'll go orange. Almost every day, new record set. Throw that one up in pink for you. Are you taking advantage of it? Or are you still stuck on the whole politics thing? Who's right and who's wrong and how dare they do this? I say it's fine to listen to, but you better be clicking buttons every morning. Oh, look, I'm up $1,400. There's some things that are cool, like that I'll listen to. Like this is great. Breaking. President Trump just appointed Scott Bessent, I don't know, I'll never know, as acting IRS commissioner. Is it happening? Are we finally abolishing the IRS? Well, I'm probably going to put that, even if they did, it'll be something probably even worse as they tell you one thing and another thing. I'm like, cars, coffee, clothing are poised to get pricier with new tariffs, as they do, as they tell you they won't. As they will tell you that we've made so much money and you don't have to pay your taxes ever again. Which I will believe it when I see it, right? When the money's in the bank, you know, if you do real estate or anything, I'm like, yep, refresh. I don't see it in there. Kind of like this. Explain to me why our electric bills have never decreased, even though we have swapped to all LED lights. That's been horrible. What else? Energy Star appliances. Those are working fabulous. Built massive solar and wind farms, and yet nothing. Then the question to you is, I mean, what? You guys probably, out of every dollar, I think they take 99 cents of it. I just break it down. It's not just federal. It's not just state. Look at this. You have federal, which 47%, 48%, state 15%. You're already over 50% of your money you make gone. Local income, well, there's, slap on another 5. Just start adding these. Another 5, another 5. Medicare, sales tax, property tax, capital gains, gas. I don't know. That's a big word. You guys have excise tax, opposite of exercise. It costs more. You're like, why does that cost more than that? Well, we'll just slap one, that on there. Estate tax, gift tax, corporate income tax, payroll tax, everything tax. Yes, we don't have a revenue problem. We don't have a tariff problem. We have a theft problem. Even when you catch these people doing it, they're like, I didn't see anything. Let's just put politics aside. Give me a phone, ring me when actually the money's in the bank. People are arrested. I don't have to pay taxes. Oh, what's that? Oh, is that how much is in there? Imagine if they open up Fort Knox. They're like, okay, we're going to film it. They open the doors and Epstein's sitting in there. He's like, oh, it's 2 birds with 1 stone. That's why I will always do this and not pay attention to that. This stuff helps out my family, my friends, my community, solves problems, start businesses, trade equities. And if you want to know what that one is, 3 years of a uptrend. You have Bitcoin and you have shat coins, also known as altcoins, everything other than Bitcoin. Well, it's switching, my friends, and actually I have a watch list, and I trade them right there. You crossed it. There's a high probability that altcoins go up. Well, after you fix your Google account being hacked, all of your data's been stolen, go over to the chart and watch Ethereum go boom. Then after you make all that money in Ethereum, you could move it back into Bitcoin. Just a thought. This at the same time, the government is just all in on this debt monkey. In a debt-based system, that's all they're not going to be printing gold. Oh, and just for me putting things into perspective, we just brought in $30 billion in tariffs. Don't look at in 1 week. $724 billion. And again, going back to my analogy where kids are like, hey, Dad, we had a lemonade stand. Here's $1.50. You no longer need to stress. Actually, it's still so bad they're having to do short-term T-bills. That's when Scott made fun of Janet for doing short-term. Like, you can't do that. You're going to destroy us. As he does short-term T-bills. This ain't a little bit. This is a trillion. Or as the Don Don would say, huge. But again, look over there. Don't look over there. And I love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, subscribe if you probably won't. It was a nice shot. Shot right in the dark. I'll see you tomorrow.